We're just excited about all the program success.
And we're ready to get started. Thanks, Zach. Go Cards.
For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler. It's time for another edition of the Zac Bruney Show. Currently joined by Wheeling University head football coach Zac Bruney. And Zach, you guys had a tough battle against Glenville State on Saturday. Not the result you want, but your guys really battled throughout that game. Talk about Saturday and kind of what you saw.
Well, we didn't play well early. We just kind of got in our own way. Didn't have a very good start, and they have a good team. They have a very good quarterback, some good offensive linemen. They have a very sound defense. So we knew that we were going to be in a dogfight for 4 quarters. We kind of got ourselves back on the right track there in mid-second quarter towards the end of the first half, and I thought we played an excellent second half. We just kind of came up one drive short there at the end, and but I am very proud of our guys for the grit and the tenacity and the fight that they've shown all year. The resiliency is always there, and they always play hard. We've always played at a very high level of our effort, and that's to be commended. What we have to do is find a way to execute better, and that's why you practice, and that's why you study film, and that's why you approach each week for each week. So as we get into this week and as we prepare for Concord, we're looking for those things in practice that we can clean up execution and have a better four-quarter performance throughout the game.
And talk about some of those adjustments you made after halftime that allowed your offense to really get going in that second half.
We did a few different things personnel-wise. We adjusted some formations. We gave them some stuff that maybe they hadn't seen on film. We did a little more stuff with the running backs and, the alignment of the receivers. But the main thing was we just executed better. We came out of the last drive of the first half and, battled through the third quarter where nobody really could find a scoring drive. Our defense played very well in the second half, and we got ourselves going in the fourth quarter a little bit offensively. Got a couple drives to get it tied and give us a chance to win at the end.
And talk about that defense. You mentioned they were electric in that second half, held them just 7 points. Talk about what they did and kind of that performance.
Well, I think just like the offense, we executed better. It wasn't what they were doing or anything that we hadn't practiced for or practiced against and seen on film. It was just a matter of us executing, reading our keys, playing with better eyes, and I thought we tackled better. Played with a little more physicality up front and in the front six, and that's college football. If you're not playing well, you're probably going to find yourself behind the 8 ball. If you are playing well and executing at a high level in all 3 phases, you're probably going to have scoring drives and stops and great plays on special teams to put your offense and defense in better position to make more plays based on field position. So we're just trying to find the collective effort for 4 quarters to be more consistent, and that's where we're at.
Currently joined by Wheeling University head football coach Zac Bruney. And Zach, you mentioned the fight your guys have shown over this whole entire season. Talk about how you think that helps you come into these last 2 weeks, having that experience being in these dog fights to kind of finish the season strong against Concord and then West Lib next week.
Well, they're battle tested. You know what I mean? They've been in tight ball games. We've won some tight ball games. We've lost some tight ball games, but they're not. Our guys aren't shook by the moment. You know what I mean? They aren't overcome by, a deficit. They aren't overcome by having a lead. They aren't overcome by being down in the fourth quarter, or needing a stop or needing a drive. So we've been in some very close ball games. We've won some, we've lost some. We're just trying to find a way to collectively be better throughout an entire ball game for these last two games, 8 quarters that are guaranteed, 4 quarters this week, and just take an approach of doing simple better, paying more attention to minor details. And I think if we're a little more attentive to our minor details, our focus on the minor things in practice when we're watching film, anything we're doing, we're taking notes in class, however that is, to do the simple better. And I think that can help us be a little bit more successful these last couple weeks, hopefully.
And looking at Concord, one of your longer conference trips going down to the bottom of West Virginia, talk about this matchup with Concord and kind of what they bring to the table.
Well, they're a good team. They have some good players. They're kind of trying to find themselves as far as success is concerned. But they've been in a lot of close ball games. They've lost some close ball games. They won a tight ball game a few weeks ago. They're better now than they were probably early in the season. You could see that they're playing at a high level defensively, offensively. They got some good weapons on offense. Their running back's a very high level player. I think they found something in the quarterback room where they kind of were rotating guys a little bit earlier in the year, but the guy they're going with now brings an athleticism to that offense. You could tell their offensive line and their receivers and their tight ends have gotten better over the course of the year, and the same with their defense. They were probably trying to figure out who they were a little bit early in the year. I know they've had some changes on their coaching staff leading into the season. So the coordination of offense and defense, that can take a little bit of time to kind of get accustomed to the schemes. But they look more comfortable in what they're doing. And you could tell because they're playing faster, they're playing at a higher level, and they're giving themselves opportunities to win. And like I said, they've been in some very close ball games these last few weeks, and they've given themselves a chance to win, and they've been victorious, I think, 1 or 2 weeks ago as well. So we got to play well, and anybody in this conference is capable of beating anybody at any point in time. If you don't play well, you're going to find yourselves, having an opportunity to lose. But if you play really well, and we've done a good job on the road, we just got to handle the trip and, like I said, go play a full 4-quarter game.
And finally, with these 2 guaranteed games in front of you with Concord and West Liberty, talk about what your message is to your guys right now as you guys go through these final 2 weeks and try to get as successful as you can.
Well, hit on it a little bit earlier. We're trying to focus on the simple things and doing them better. Maybe the things that kind of can get lost in translation in the season where you're really focused on them in spring ball or winter conditioning or fall training camp, getting back to some more basic fundamentals of how we're doing our everyday. Just being more detailed in the way we lift weights in the morning, or more detailed in how we clean up our locker room, more detailed in going to class and taking better notes this last month of class before finals, and then trying to, watch ourselves and critique ourselves a little better on tape when we're watching practice, and then dissecting the film and watching our opponent and trying to get a few more tidbits and a few more pointers and a few more, tips that can help us be more successful on a weekend. So just trying to do the little things a little better and, keep figuring out a way to be better each day in everything that we're doing, whether it's practice, whether it's the film work, whether it's your meeting rooms, going to class, handling your business outside of the classroom, being a good person in a social setting. And, if we do simple better, we'll find more success.
Thanks, Zach. Good luck this week. Can't wait to see you out there.
All right. Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler.
We're just excited about all the program success.
And we're ready to get started. Thanks, Zach. Go Cards.